Hello guys, this is Jorge Vela, and for my project today we're going to be going over the TRX Atomic Push Up. And this is one of those movements that I really like. I think it covers quite a bit of a joint as well, so I wanted to see kind of go over this one with you guys. So on this one we're going to be doing them on the TRX strap here. And just kind of showing you, this is a TRX suspension trainer. We put our feet through the straps on here, and we're going to be looking at going into a plank position. So we're going to be elevated here with the TRX strap at our feet into a prone plank position, right? Basically, and then we're going to go into a push-up, and as we go lower our body down, lower body back up, then we're going to flex at the hip and knee, bringing our knees towards our chest, and then going back into extension and reversing that whole flow. So, and then repeating that push-up again, and that's going to be your TRX Atomic push-up. So I'm going to start the video on here so you can start seeing what this looks like and walk you through it. Going into a plank position, prone position, facing down, push up and down, back in, back out, down and up, flexing the knees, hip, and just keeping that going. And what we're getting on here, so we have several different things we're touching on here right away with this movement. First of all, just the classification of the movement here. It definitely covers stability, right? There's a lot of stability here, so it's not just on the floor. We get a little bit, that's where the TRX straps come in, why I like this movement so much. And then it's going to fall under a more of a locomotion movement. We're not just still, we're actually kind of moving our legs back and forth every time. Staying stable and staying in position press. Then we're going to be looking, we do have some limb manipulation as we're bringing our feet in and out on the straps, maneuvering the straps. We're basically manipulating the straps, right, as we stay suspended in the air right there. So the complexity of this movement would be under, as far as simple and complex, this is definitely be complex. It's not something you want to start somebody with on step one. Then we're going to go the type of movement. I would put this under more of a serial type skill because there's several things going on, not just one. Here we have a push-up going on, we have a plank going on, and then we have a hip thrust, a knee thrust to the chest and extension. So kind of almost like a jump, really. It's almost like you're jumping up and extending all the way up. So except you're in a prone plank position. So I think that puts in a serial position. Then as far as our environment on here, I think this is going to be falling more under our closed environment since we are not having to react into any outside forces, or there's not much things changing here other than the straps being and that's more of a stability component there. Constraints, really all we have for constraints is going to be people's normal range of motion. If they have limited range of motion, any tightness, things to that effect. So depending on their natural range of motion. And then of course the complexity portion of it, the skill-based side of it, so they may not be able to go through this whole movement. They may not be able to hold the plank, so they may not be able to get that far. So we're going to see how that works with most folks, right? On as far as constraints. So the movement, like we talked earlier, so you're in prone position, feet are in the straps, your feet literally are on a dorsiflexion so that they don't slip off the straps. So at the ankle joint, we're in the dorsiflexion position. In starting position, you're fully extended, but once we get into movement, you're going to be flexing the elbows. We have you going through the sagittal plane here for our knees and hips, right? But actually at the chest movement, we are going to be doing more of a transverse because my arms aren't in there narrow, they're kind of out wider. We're going to be going through our transverse plane. The chest muscle being working eccentrically on the way down, and then concentrically as it pushes you up. Same thing here at the arm, the tricep working eccentrically on the way down and concentrically on the way up as it assists in helping us get back up. There are a lot of muscles within our torso, right, in our shoulder girdle, in our glutes and abdomen, just really working as stabilizers to help make sure that we are staying in a straight position. So I'm going to run this video again a little bit just so you can kind of get a better look, and I'll pause it here in a bit. So as you can see, pushing up and down, all those muscles working. Because I'm not going in too narrow with my elbow, that's why we kind of go into the transverse plane there. So, but this is pretty much a great workout, a great movement to help you get in there. And now when it comes to the muscles involved, the major muscles, obviously the pectoralis, the triceps, we have a lot of our muscles in our back as well working, and as well throughout the shoulder girdle. All those muscles are in always are activated pretty much the whole time, just stabilizing the joint as well, keeping that in place. As far as the speed motion, this is pretty much the normal speed you want to kind of see the movement happening, but we do have oftentimes when depending on the person, you might want to go faster depending on what we're trying to do, and even add some other, if you can believe, dynamics to this particular movement. Stability, pretty much stable because your hands are on the floor, but we use those straps to create a little bit of instability for a basic push-up. The different joints and levers that are kind of on there. We have the wrist joint we talked about. We have the hip joint, the knee joint. The knee joint, the elbow joint, and the ankle joint, all taking part in this one. So lots of levers moving on this movement, lots of muscles. Just a really great overall exercise. So give it a try. Usually can find these TRX straps in many of the gyms. I think it'll be a great exercise for everybody to try. So thank you for listening to our presentation here. I hope you enjoy this exercise. This is going to be one that I think you can really enjoy working on. So yeah, have a great day.